Hello there, Wipper here, and once again, welcome back to another GTA 5 mod showcase. Now today guys, I'm going to be showing you a rather small mod called the manual transmission mod. And you can probably guess what this does. It pretty much just adds a manual transmission mode to cars in the game. Now this is very much a work in progress mod at the moment, so it's a very basic form of manual transmission, but it is still pretty cool. Now when you first install this mod, there is a configuration options file which you might want to take a look at, which has a few options which you may want to toggle. So for example, you can also enable a clutch mode for this, so instead of just pressing a button to change gear, you also have to hold down the clutch when you're changing gear, otherwise it's not going to work and you'll end up stalling your car. And there's also an option to change from sequential to like a H shifter pattern. So with sequential transmission, you'd use two buttons, one to change up a gear, one to go down. But with the H shifter pattern, you'd have to use like different keys for each gear. So gear 1, you'd press 1 on your numpad for example, and then gear 6, you'd press 6 on your numpad. But I'm using currently no clutch and the sequential option because I find it the easiest, and I'm going to be showing you this mod with those default options. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop into first person mode because it is the best for showing you this mod. You can see there we've got the revs on the left and the speedometer on the right. And I'll show you exactly how this mod works. So if you look in the top left of the screen, you can see my current gear. I'm in gear 1. There is no neutral or reverse, it's just gear 1, so you can reverse in gear 1, it works fine. And if I wanted to change to automatic mode, because that actually is an option, which I really like, I can just use the toggle Z. So I'm going to press Z, and now I'm in automatic mode, and this pretty much means my car now changes gears automatically, and I don't have to worry about it, just like in the normal version of GTA 5. But now let's just go back to manual mode, and I'll show you exactly how this mod works. So let's just pull off and then go to the main road, and I'll show you what happens when you don't change gear. So yeah, let's just pull out, hopefully not get hit by anything. I'm actually playing it like a driving simulator right now, but then I drove into the middle of the road, so kind of not. But you can see I'm currently only in gear 1, and I've hit a rev limit of about 4,500 revs. And that means I'm limited to 30 miles an hour, and to go any quicker I need to change up a gear. So I'm going to use 4 on the numpad to change up to gear 2. And now we're going to go up to 50 miles an hour, and our revs have now gone up to 8,000, which is telling me that I need to change gear again. So let's go up to 3rd, and that's going to boost me up to 70 miles an hour, and then 4th should allow me to go up to around 95 miles an hour, and yeah, just so on and so on. So now we're going to change into 5th, and we're up to over 100 miles an hour. Now in this particular car, there's no actual difference between gear 5 and gear 6 because of the natural limit in the game of 120 miles an hour being like the maximum speed you can achieve. Because I haven't got the realistic top speeds mod installed currently because it just messes with this mod a bit. But yeah, so 5th and 6th gear, you may as well use either of them, there's no difference between them. So now I'm going to show you what happens when you change down a gear. Now if you change down a gear when you're going too fast for what the gear you've changed to will allow, for example I'm currently in gear 5 and I'm going 120 miles an hour, and if I change down to gear 4 right now, the car's going to naturally adjust its speed down to the limit of the previous gear. So in gear 4 I can reach a maximum of 95, so now I've been slowed down to 95 miles an hour. Or I think that's actually 90. But anyway, so if I go now down to 3rd gear, I'm going to go down to 70, and again I'm going to go down to 50, and then in gear 1 I'm going to go back down to 30 again. So that's how it works. So pretty much you're just slowing the car down by changing down a gear. Now, something else I need to show is if you stop completely right, like so, and then change up to like, I don't know, 4th gear, and then try to start off in 4th gear. The car will stall, as you saw there by the icons turning off and then on again, so the car's stalled, and that's what happens when you try and start off in too high a gear. The same also goes for if you're stopping, like if I'm in 4th gear and I completely stop like so, the car will stall because you're in the wrong gear when you're not moving. And that's pretty much it. When you've actually got the clutch mode enabled, that was a nice car on the other side of the road, I want that. Anyway, when you've actually got the clutch mode enabled, you can prevent this by holding down the clutch when you're stopping. Even if you're in a higher gear, then the car won't stall. But yeah, so that's pretty much all of the features I need to show you for this mod though. One more thing though, is if you're in 1st gear, you can actually reverse, as I alluded to earlier, so you can reverse in 1st gear. I wish there was like a reverse gear, because that would make it a little bit more realistic, but currently you can reverse in gear 1. But yeah guys, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you for this manual transmission mod. If you have enjoyed this mod showcase, please remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll be seeing you next mod showcase.